Hello and welcome. We are going to have a look at question 5 of UCE 2022 Chemistry Paper 2. Now for this question you need some little background on qualitative analysis, that is the practical aspect. Although you can try using theory, but it could be easier and time saving if at all you have some good background. State what is observed and write an ionic equation for the reaction that takes place when excess dilute sodium hydroxide solution is added to copper 2 chloride solution. Now, usually in qualitative analysis, we normally use sodium hydroxide solution and ammonium hydroxide solution to somehow test or identify the possible cations present in a given solution. So, in this case, the cation present is copper 2 ions being provided by copper 2 chloride. And we are adding sodium hydroxide. The sodium hydroxide will provide us with the hydroxide ions, and once the hydroxide ions interact with the copper 2 ions, we shall form a blue precipitate, or to be specific, we shall form a pale blue precipitate. Now, how do we know the difference between blue and pale blue? Obviously, you can only tell that difference after seeing the pale blue becoming dark blue. Sorry, the difference between pale blue and dark blue. So observation, we shall see a pale blue precipitate insoluble in excess sodium hydroxide. So if we add dilute sodium hydroxide to copper 2 chloride, we shall see a pale blue precipitate. Basically precipitate, they're just solid particles being formed, and when we add sodium hydroxide in excess, the precipitate will remain. So we form a pale blue precipitate insoluble in sodium hydroxide solution. So here we have our blue precipitate. It's quite hard to tell whether it's pale blue or deep blue, but we normally form a pale blue precipitate. So we have copper 2 ions from the copper 2 chloride solution. These ones will react with the sodium ions from the sodium hydroxide to form our copper 2 hydroxide together with our sodium chloride solution. So this is the general equation, but since the question is asking for ionic equation, we shall mainly go for this other one here. Name the reagent that can be used to identify the anion in copper 2 chloride. So here normally we use silver solutions, and in this case the best option is silver nitrate, because halogens of silver are normally colored, and in this case for chloride ions we shall mainly see a white precipitate. So we can also use other reagents, but we have to be careful while choosing them. So here the best option is silver nitrate, because we shall only have one observation and one conclusion. Here the keyword solution is important. We can also have silver nitrate as a solid, and in this case it will actually be less useful because we don't have the ions free. So you have to be specific. Our reagent is silver nitrate solution. What is observed? A white precipitate due to the production of our silver chloride. Why do you think we can't use our lead nitrate here? Even lead can produce a blue precipitate with copper 2 chloride, but why do you think we can't use lead nitrate? Just let me know in the comment section. So here we have our silver nitrate, or at least how it could appear as a white precipitate being formed in this boiling tube. Lastly, part C, when aqueous ammonia was added dropwise until in excess to a solution containing zinc ions, a white precipitate was formed which dissolved afterwards into a colorless solution. So aqueous ammonia also provides some hydroxide ions, so the first precipitate that will be formed will be between our zinc ions together with the hydroxide ions. So the precipitate, the so-called white precipitate, will be due to the formation of zinc hydroxide. which is our solid. So this is the white precipitate. But on adding excess aqueous ammonia, it dissolves to form a colorless solution. Why is that so? So our zinc hydroxide, which is the white precipitate, will dissolve to form a complex soluble in water. So this zinc hydroxide can react with more ammonia molecules to form a complex. So okay, let's have a look at its equation. We have zinc hydroxide to react with more ammonia molecules to form a soluble complex. So we have our complex plus the hydroxide ions, 2 of them. So this is the complex. However, this complex is soluble in water. So this zinc hydroxide that is causing the solution to be white in nature, it reacts with more of ammonia molecules and the white precipitate disappears to form a colorless solution. So now they're asking for the formula of the cation in the colorless solution. This is the formula of the cation in the colorless solution. Let me know, what do you think could the name of this cation be? That's all I had for you for this question. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.